Hi guys, it's Ricky and this is Ricky Reveals. So I am picking up energies of bittersweetness, I guess is a good way to put it. Something not working out quite the way you wanted it to, but maybe in some regards way more beautiful than you ever thought it could. And I mean, honestly, it might be working out the way you wanted it to. Just it's going to take place, and it's going to unfold the way God wants it to, not the way you want it to. So even though it might feel like it's not going to happen because it's not happening the way you thought it was, or the way you thought it would, it doesn't mean it's not going to happen. It just God's trying to restore you. He's trying to bring you back to life, and so He wants you to be excited, and He wants you to be surprised, and He wants to like a lover on Valentine's Day bringing their lover chocolates or roses, or your parents, like, you know, dressing up as Santa Claus or whatever for their kids on Christmas morning, or like, you know, just those like those small little moments that just mean the world. You know what I mean? Like that we tend to overlook or we tend to take for granted, but when they happen to us, they really do, like, just they give us a breath of fresh air. And God wants to do that for you. He wants to let you know. I mean, He's not only your creator, He is your father, and He is your best friend. I mean, He does love you. It's just like as if He was physically sitting here. Like, He wants to have that kind of relationship with you. And so if you're resonating with what I'm saying, it's not going to work out exactly the way you wanted it to, because you might get the result that you want, but it's going to work out a little bit differently because He has been He's known you since before you were formed in your mother's womb, you know, and He's knew your entire life before you even started living it, and He knows your heart. He knows what you've been through. He knows your circumstance. He knows how far down you've gone, and all the things you've had to deal with in your life, and He really wants to restore you, and He wants to put that smile back on your face. He wants to put that laugh back in your heart. And so this is a special time in your life that God wants to do certain things, give you things like love and financial success, and, you know, just give you like that perfect life that you've always dreamed of. And He wants to do it in a way that you're gonna laugh and smile and just be genuinely happy, like all day, every day. And so all He's asking of you is just to show up and rest when you need to, and be present when you need to. But I don't think there's going to be much more that you're going to have to do in this season, because you've already done the work. Okay, let me actually get some of these out. You will get that job. Oh gosh, I got too much stuff too close. I need a table here. I need a area for my cards. December, Joan, Jenny, Dwayne, Whitney, Linda, Hector. So, I mean, it could be that you won't get the job until December, but with it being January, I don't think that's what it is. Or maybe you actually got the job in December. You just haven't gotten that. You haven't been told you got the job yet. But the people who made the decision in December. Aquarius, trust the process. Undercover gay. Boys to Men. Spain, drummer, singer, Kurt. I'll take a couple more. White Truck, Germany, Derek, The Father Loves You, Ruth 116, Taurus, The Rock, and Cook. So let's go to Ruth 116. I love you, Lord, for your mercy never ending. Oh, I will sing of the goodness of God. And Ruth said, oh my goodness, I gotta go to the doctor. Instead, entreat me not to leave thee, or in return from thee, following after thee, for whither thou goest, I will go, and whither thou lodgest, I will lodge. Thy people shall be my people, and thy God my God. So, I think we might be getting, somebody might be getting proposed to. Or committing to somebody. Honestly, you might like have inspired somebody so much that they want to like just be with you, like, and it could be sexual, it could be platonic, but it's like you've touched this person in a way that no one has ever in their entire life. No one's ever been able to speak to their soul the way that you have, and they don't want to be without you. And I think they're going to come to you and, I mean, probably surprise you with what they've got to say. I think, you know, I mean, you guys probably, yeah, you guys definitely probably have a connection that you both recognize and that you both are very grateful for. But this person probably doesn't know how to show emotions very well. So some of the things and the magnitude that they're going to tell you, it's probably going to shock you a little bit. I think you know this person loves you, but I think because of the way a lot of things have happened and the fact that they're non-expressive of their feelings, I think it is going to surprise you that it's as deep as they're about to tell you that it is. And they're probably going to do a couple expressions of like express their love in a couple ways that you weren't expecting, and a ring might be one of them. But this person definitely does not want to lose you in their life. They want to spend the rest of their life with you. I mean, they consider you the rock. You probably even taught this person about God. Like, I mean, they probably know more about God than they ever had before they met you. And I think that's another thing that they really admire about you. It could be same sex. That's why I'm saying it may or may not be sexual, but with Undercover Gay here, I definitely think it could possibly be a romantic relationship. And also with Ruth being here is another reason why I the verse I just read. I mean, that to me really did speak of someone like almost like a proposal. You know what I mean? Like, hey, I love you. Your people are my people. Your God is my God. Like, I mean, whatever you say, I'm okay with, and let's do this. Let's walk the rest of our days hand in hand, side by side. Holy Spirit, Holy Angels, please give me a message for anyone who needs it that will watch this video when I post it to my channel. Anything that may have just happened to them in the recent past, anything that's going on in the present, or anything that will go on in the future that they need advice or warnings or just a heads up on. Well, maybe I've used this deck too much today. It's one of my new decks, so like I really like it. But it was talking a lot earlier. It seems to be kind of quiet now. The Six of Pentacles. So, you've got some kind of increase coming in, and it's going to be significant enough to where you won't have a problem sharing with other people. You'll feel comfortable being able to be charitable. The moon, you might be weary about it the way you get it, but if your intuition's telling you something's off, question it. I mean, because even though if it's stolen money, even if you didn't steal it yourself, you could still get receiving stolen property. So if you got any like weird feelings about it, make sure you question whoever it is that's giving it to you. But at the same time, don't be like ungrateful and disrespectful either. Just be like, hey, look, I'm not used to people doing stuff like this for me, and it's kind of freaking me out. Yeah, I definitely think that is like your internal conflict of not knowing how to like receive good gifts, because I don't think anyone's ever done anything like this for you before. But it's someone who really loves you. This doesn't have to be the same person I was just talking about a minute ago, because I definitely think that you're in a winning season, where you favor is on you and you win like in like everything for however long God decides that this season lasts for you. So this definitely could be a different I definitely think it's a different energy. And you're going to have a lot of people coming and doing nice things for you and giving you things that you're not going to see coming, and that you're just going to be like really like flabbergasted about like the fact that these people are doing these things for you. And like, I mean, they're going to be doing it on a very regular basis. Like every day something awesome is going to happen, and you didn't ask for it, and you didn't expect it. Just stay in receiving mode because you deserve it. The King of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles. Oh yeah. This is about to be a very, very good chapter in your life. If you're not happy yet, you're going to be soon. The Knight of Cups, the Ten of Swords. There could be a King of Cups from your past who betrayed you in a very major way. Like, I mean, like the ultimate betrayal. And he might be getting his karma, or he might just have already gotten his karma, and now he's coming to give you restitution on something he did to you in the past. And that might be what the Six of Pentacles is. Do I think he's going to try and get back with you? Yes, I do. With the Knight of Cups being here. I think you're going to have a lot of exes, actually. If you've dated a lot of people throughout your life, and like you've had a lot of like relationships that like came in fast, burned hot, and like went out as fast as they came in, I think you're going to have a lot of those people coming back and doing nice things for you. And I think like the gifts or the acts of kindness will be genuine. I don't think, well, maybe some of them, but and the King of Cups could be one of the ones that is like doing it to, I guess, use it as a manipulation tactic. But I don't think for the most part that's going to be an issue. I think these people genuinely, they finally see your worth, and they probably did the minute you walked out of their life or they walked out of yours. But they genuinely see you for who you really are and who you were for them, and they genuinely wish they hadn't chased you out of their life, or they hadn't lost you in their life, however it played out. So they are doing these things for you, or giving these gifts to you, like just out of pure generosity. But I do think some of them will like try to be flirtatious and, you know, figure out if you're single, and if you're, you know, is there any chance that me and you could, and that's on you. Like, have fun. This season was specifically designed and strategically placed in your life for you to actually learn how to live, and actually live joyously and be happy. because if you're resonating with this, you probably spent at least a decade with not very many good moments. You probably went through a lot of hell, and this is a season to teach you that hell was not because you weren't worthy of having a good life or you weren't worthy of being loved. That hell was to prepare you for your purpose, because you have a great purpose on your life, and you had to go through those things. You know, testimony cannot be built unless you are tested. And so in order for you to have the great testimony that you were destined to have, you had to go through those things. You had to live those things. But now your pain will be turned into purpose. And this is the season where you get to go from living in a lack mentality, in a negative mindset, and this season turns it all around to where you'll have abundance in everything. You'll have a positive mindset. You'll have good friends. You'll have good people around you. You'll have the job you want. You know, you'll have the house you want, the car you want. Like, I mean, you're going to double for your trouble. It's going to be like it. The last 10 years, it was like your version of the Book of Job. And now here's your version of the double payback, or double for your trouble. And of course, there's going to be some people that don't like it. But now there might be a couple that try to hide their hand because they want to try and get their hand on this. But I think for the most part, you're going to be able to spot the ones that aren't for you. And it's mostly because they're going to out themselves. And it's because there was probably a group of them working together to like go against you before you ever got to the finish line and to go across the threshold. These people probably were trying to stop you from ever crossing it to ever get into your promised land. And now that you're in your promised land, or you're about to go into it, they know that there's nothing else they can do, and you're actually going to achieve this season in your life. So now these, not only do they want to be greedy and try and take whatever they can get, the most they can get, they don't want any of these other ones to take from what the pot that they can get. So they're going to be turning on each other, and they're going to be outing each other to you. So between them outing each other and then them just showing their true colors, like with their true nature, you're going to know which ones are just, and you probably already know some of them, because I do believe that God's already showed you some stuff that you cannot quite. It's full proof, full 100% positive proof that those people were not for you. The Empress, that's Taurus, and we had Taurus earlier. So that's, and we got a couple of Pentacles too. So Taurus is out here. Capricorn too. Oh wow. Let's just have an Earth party. That is in the reverse though, but you know what? I'm going to transmute that energy, and because this is a season of miracles. This is a season of you win, and so you get your 10 of Pentacles this season, along with a brand new beginning in love. And it could be from this King of Cups, depending on what he's done to you in the past. Or, again, he could actually be a new person, but I think because he's in the past position. So I definitely think he's somebody from your past. And it could possibly be someone you weren't romantically involved with back then, but now he's coming in to gift you with a really huge gift. I do believe his gift is going to be actual cash money, but it might possibly be cash money that he owes you from something he did to you in the past that you didn't know about. But I definitely think if you weren't romantically involved with him in the past, he's going to want it this time around, and you might too, honestly, because he's going to come in confident and suave as fuck. Because he would, for one, I mean, the gift he's giving you is going to show you that he's not who he used to be. because who he used to be, he never would have been able to like save up that much money. And the fact that he was able to have that much money to hand you at one time, and the fact that he was mature enough and gracious enough to actually willingly hand it over to you, I think it's two things that you're going to definitely be like, I never would have guessed that you would have done this. I didn't pay you as that kind of person. And he's like, I wasn't when you knew me, but I am now. It might even make you have to go in and question life a little bit. I mean, like I really kind of get that feeling that this person has done a complete 360. But, you know, depending on what the past was like and how bad it was, just because he's done 360 doesn't obligate you to accept his offer. That's all up on you. Because he's not the only one going to be offering stuff, I'll tell you that much. He's definitely a very, very good offer, and if you choose him, you will have a good life. But does that mean it would be your best life? That's for you to decide. But I definitely think if you do pick him, like, you're not going to necessarily regret picking him. He will treat you the way you deserve to be treated this time around. Wow. Yeah. The sun will come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow there'll be sun. Along with a chariot. So this King of Cups might be very well, could be a Cancer. And Justice. So, something that was done against you, or maybe more than one somethings, but all the things that have been done against you over the last quite a few years, I mean, the sun is illuminating those things now, and you're getting your justice for everything that was done to you that shouldn't have happened. Anything and everything that happened to you that just really, it shouldn't happen to anybody, but like definitely shouldn't have happened to you because you did nothing to warrant it. You're definitely going to get double for your trouble. There could even be something that today that happens just to get you going, like that ball rolling, and just for you to see that this is not a joke. It really is your time. So the Two of Swords betrayal definitely could have involved black magic with the Magician coming up, and it could have involved a Gemini as well. Ooh. It could have caused somebody's death. And it definitely caused you to lose money. It caused someone, and it could be this King of Cups. It could have caused him to turn his back on you, and an offer that should have been given to you was given to somebody else because you were made to look a certain way. Like you had haters behind your back, like in this King of Cups ear, and they succeeded in making you look bad or like you weren't good enough. And at the time, he was a Knight of Pentacles, and he turned away from you, and he took that pinnacle and he offered it to somebody else. And so there's probably at least one person who died young and shouldn't have died. It was a backfire on some kind of witchcraft that was done. Definitely some relationships that were lost that actually should have worked for you. And this financial gain. Now, this is like what I'm talking about when I say I think you're going to have more than one offer. I definitely think he's going to offer more than just a pinnacle. He's definitely going to offer more than just a pinnacle. This guy might not, because he's really like that guy. Either A, he knows that what he did was just too fucked up to even like have the audacity to ask you what you doing, what your number is, or he's too upset and still too much living in the past to be open and available for you. Let's see, give me a couple more on this Five of Wands. Oh wow. The Five of Wands is clarified by the Two of Swords, the Three of Pentacles, and the Six of Cups. So this is definitely a lover that joined this group of people, collaborated with them to go against you, because they were told they were going to get something, and I don't think they wound up getting what they were told they were going to get. And not only that, I don't think they ever really were completely comfortable with it to begin with. But for one, I think this person could be somewhat of a pushover, or they're easily persuaded and they don't know how to stand up for themselves when there's, when they're going against more than one person. And I think that might have been the whole point of this, was that this person was meant to go through this part of it, like, because they needed to learn how to stand up, because they've got a calling on their life too, and